Hello and welcome to the final video of my previews. We're covering the LPL. Weibo Gaming made a couple moves over the last over the last 2 months. 4 of the starting 5 are replaced. Last year, Weibo went 21-11 in the regular season domestically. At the LDL level, they went 27-17. Easy Hoon, yes, Easy Hoon, formerly of T1, is the coach. He was only coach last year, so his career record is 21-11. So the changes: S of M is out. Karsa from Victory 5 is in. Karsa, formerly of Victory 5 and RNG. Mid lane, we have Xiaohu from RNG. Yeah, Xiaohu has finally branched out. Angel is still technically unsigned. I think he's going to RNG though. Bot lane, we have Light from LNG. Wanfeng went to Thunder Talk. And in support, An went to excuse me, sorry, LNG, I think. I think he went to LNG. No, he went to BLG. Trying to think. I think he went to BLG. BLG's question mark is on it support. Who's LNG support? Shows that I did the video like a week ago. So Crisp joins from BLG. The average age of this team is 23.4 years old. Some people think the Shy is the best top laner in the world. I think he's an inter. 2.4 KDA, 86 CS per minute, 60 KP. That doesn't mean he isn't one of the top laners in the world, though. 692 damage per minute. That is the highest you're going to find. 30.6 damage share. He is a carry in the top lane. You will not find many of those. 22.6 gold share. 13 champions in 41 games. Kale, Gnar, and Kennen, his 3 most played champions. He also pulled out Anivia and Azir top lane. That's why he's an inter. 705 is the backup at 20 years old. Did not do well last year. Keep in mind, Decade is gone from Weibo, and I forget where they went. But nevertheless, Decade is out. I think he went to Team World Elite, Team Wii. 705 now is the backup. 217 KDA, 731 CS per minute, 56.5 KP. Those numbers aren't great. 472 damage per minute, 20.6 gold share, 7 champions, 22 games. Gnar, Gwen, Sejuani were his most played. He split time with Luck. Luck did even worse. 221 KDA, 667 CS per minute, 53.9 KP. So slightly less involved than 705 and giving up 7 farm every 10 minutes. 389 damage per minute, 19-1 gold share, 5 champions, 16 games. Gnar, Ornn, and Gwen. In the jungle, we have Karsa. These stats are not, this is not a massive sample size. He actually started less than half the games for Victory 5 in summer. Zhao Lao Bao taking a lot of them. At 25 years old, he had a 3.4 KDA, 5.6 CS per minute, 70.5 KP. Some people do think he's washed. Those numbers are above average. 300 damage share. Wow, 300 damage share. That'd be something, huh? 300 damage per minute, 13.2 damage share, 18.3 gold share. 7 champions, 19 games. Lee Sin and Wukong were his most played. Now, to hedge their bets, they bring in Kenny Chan. Kenny Chan is going to be the sub. At 21 years old, these are LDL numbers from a non-LPL affiliated LDL team. 21 years old. 448 KDA, 55 CS per minute, 65.7 KP. I'd say they're pretty average, but evidently they see something in him, and they hope that these older players on the top side of the rift can help him. 308 damage per minute, 18.3 gold share, 8 champions, 36 games. Lee Sin, Viego, and Graves were his most played. Xhao will start in the LDL. At 20 years old, did not earn the right to be called up with these stats. 2.6 KDA, 517 CS per minute, 67.8 KP, 310 damage per minute, 18.2 gold share, 10 champions, 22 games. Xin Zhao, Viego, Lee Sin are their most played. LHX is the fourth jungler on their roster. They technically have 5, but the 5th one has no games played, so we don't include them. So LHX, 247 KDA, 545 CS per minute, 63.5 KP. So kind of a wash compared to Exile. Exile gets a little bit more KP, but gives up a little bit of farm. Damage per minute's almost the same, 309 for LHX. 18.5 gold share, 9 champions, 16 games. Kiana was their most played champion. Kiana. That is interesting. With Viego as the second most. Mid lane, we got Xiaohu. Only 24 years old. It feels like he's older than that, doesn't it? Finally leaving the nest. 4.9 KDA, 86 CS per minute, 75.3 KP. I just thought about this, actually, looking at this, and we think about Faker, we think about Xiaohu. They've both been around the block. Obviously, Faker is the greatest of all time, but Xiaohu is a Hall of Famer in his own right. Three-time MSI champion. Did it in top and mid lane the last 2 years. But these numbers, you have a guy that's roaming, getting around the rift, making things happen. We saw that big time at MSI. We saw it at Worlds. He is active. He makes things happen. He also doesn't lose lane. On the majority of the time, he's average, 8.6. So he's affecting the rift and not getting behind too much. 624 damage per minute, 27.8 damage share, 22.1 gold share, 10 champions, 43 games. Lissandra, Talia, and Ari. Lissandra and Talia roaming. Force will start in the LDL. 403 KDA, 808 CS per minute, 72.5 KP. Not ready to come up yet. Big damage though. 709 damage per minute. That's the most on this list. 22.9 gold share, 9 champions, 38 games. Corki and Talia being the most played. Bot lane, we have Light. Light was definitely an enter with LNG when it came to builds. Some people in the Discord consider him the worst builder out there. 5.4 KDA, 9.4 CS per minute, 72.1 KP. So he got involved with LNG, made things happen, didn't lose lane too much. 615 damage per minute, 28 damage share, 25.1 gold share. He is a carry. Anything above 25%, you're like, this person carried. 11 champions, 39 games. Aphelios, Lucian, and Ezreal. An interesting group because, you know, Lucian was meta, but not a lot of people got an opportunity to play him. Light was one. Tut will play in the LTL. 366 KDA. 92 CS per minute, 69.4 KP. 592 damage per minute. 25.5 gold share. That is hefty. He is fed for sure. 13 champions, 38 games. Zeri, Callista, Aphelios. Support, we have Crisp. Been around the block. Crisp is definitely experienced. 3.7 KDA, 75.2 KP. So an active player with BLG. Had to go back and forth between Uzi and Doggo and Rise. It was a mess with BLG. 14 champions in 42 games. Renata, Lulu, Yumi were his most played. Behind him is Wei. I'm going to go with Wei. Oh, Wei, I guess. 302 KDA, 72.7 KP, 12 champions, 38 games. Renata, Nautilus, Tom Kench were his most played. So, Weibo is a team that's considered to be the 3rd seed, I think. People are looking at them as, I mean, I had them in my great tier, didn't I? Behind Top and JDG. Maybe I had them in the average, not average, good tier. It'll be between them and RNG for that 3rd spot and 4th spot. And, you know, you got BLG, you got OMG, you got Thunder Talk, LNG, EDG for that 4th spot and 5th through whatever, playoffs. You know, it definitely hinges on if Karsa, like, why was Karsa missing time? Was it wear and tear? Was it play? You know, what is it? So, you know, we'll see what happens with Karsa and Xiaohu. The Shy. Hopefully Xiaohu tells the Shy, get your act together. Or somebody does. Because really, if you can get the Shy to actually play the game the way it kind of should be played, they'll be going to Worlds. So that's it for the preview series. If you've watched this LPL playlist, thank you. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube member, and thank you for watching.